We got a fun one coming up, 141 in just a moment, but CJ Composto able to really keep the momentum going for Penn and the Quakers, picking up the win by tech fall, dominating stuff at 141, and the Quakers lead big after 3.
Yeah, it's been all Penn Quakers here. 12-0 after 3 matches, 2 bonus point wins. Heading to the marquee matchup at 149, Gary. We talked about it from the top. 2 highly ranked opponents. They've actually never met. Both wrestling very, very well right now.
2 young guns, the freshman, Wasilewski for Penn and the Quakers. On the other side, the sophomore from Mulligan Hill, New Jersey, Ty Whalen. Again, set to go, 149. Should be a good one. Garrett Lee Austin Summer with you. So happy you could join us today from the Palestra. As Wasilewski works early on a single, defended from Whalen. Whalen doing an excellent job not allowing the early shot to lead into 3. That's been a big thing on the Penn side early today. In all 3 of the bouts we've seen so far, they've done an excellent job coming out of the gates and finding early offense.
Yeah, they were pretty heavy favorites, to be honest with you, the first 3 matches. This one's a little more of a toss-up, so obviously Cross is not going to get away from that offense you're mentioning. Just it's going to take a little more work to wrestle a guy like Whalen. As you see, Whalen, number 12 in the country for Princeton, who's been wrestling very, very well as of late. As you mentioned at the top, currently 17-1 on the year. But Cross Wasilewski, 13 wins in a row.
Wasilewski, 13 wins in a row, like you mentioned. Second at the Midlands earlier this year. Ty Whalen on the other side. His lone loss on the year comes against a guy on just the outside of the top 10, and Sammy Alvarez of Ryder, but picked up a big win last time out versus Stanford. And Jade Abbas, who we've talked about that family and what they've done, and Ty Whalen able to get things done. 17-1 coming into today.
Yeah, Whalen beat Abbas just the other night, Thursday, 5-4. And Wasilewski lost to him at Midlands in the finals. As you mentioned, he got second out there. He lost to Abbas 10-9. At the top, I did mention Stephen Abbas, who was Jaden's uncle, silver medalist in 2004. So that name was stuck at the top of my head. Apologies to Jaden, who was an All-American himself and looking to repeat that this year.
Jaden, All-American, former Pac-12 champ when Stanford was still in the Pac-12. Things will work out. They get back center. 4-time NCAA qualifier as well. It's a heck of a win for the sophomore from right across the bridge. Clear view of regional in Mulligan Hill, New Jersey. Former New Jersey state champ, 3-time place winner as well. On the other side, ain't no stranger to the Garden State from Parsippany, New Jersey, Del Barton High School for Wasilewski.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, Wasilewski wrestling really well as of late with 13 in a row. He has a win over Ethan Fernandez from Cornell, who was the EIWA champ last year. And at the beginning of the season, Cross beat Jesse Vasquez, former All-American out of Arizona State. So, again, both these guys have wins over former All-Americans and highly ranked opponents. So I'm excited for this one here.
Both guys very comfortable in this spot, working on the feet. 5 seconds left to go as Wasilewski trying to lock things down. Whalen was looking for a little something there late, and probably what you expected after the first. Both sides showing a couple shots, but no scoring going into the second. Add an extra second as they work down to bounds. They set back up, quick reset, and now we go to the second, and I believe Wasilewski will elect to choose down to kick things off in the middle. Another 3-time Jersey State place winner, Wasilewski.
Yeah, Gary, we mentioned how important a lot of these matchups are for seeding purposes for a conference tournament. This one has really big implications because you have Wasilewski, who beat Fernandez, and Whalen, who has not wrestled Fernandez. So a Whalen win here could potentially put him as the 1 seed, which will put Fernandez and Wasilewski 2 and 3, and that's a matchup that is going to be a really good matchup. So if you want to win this one to get the number 1 seed, is essentially what I'm saying.
And two guys that are very much in national qualifier contention, without a doubt. They're both in, you could say, All-American conversation as well, very early in their career.
Yeah.
Seeding not only for the Ivy tournament, but obviously for the national tournament as well.
Yeah, because you got 3 ranked guys in the Ivy League, so they'll potentially bring 3, maybe 4 wrestlers out of that conference with only 6 schools.
Yeah.
So the percentage there is really good for qualifiers of the Ivy League. So yeah, getting the first seed at Ivies is huge at this weight class. There's almost a takedown there by Whalen. Wasilewski doing a good job with splits on the edge. See if Whalen pulls him in a little bit. Wasilewski going to work on that lock.
Yeah, Whalen's going to need to bring him back in here if he's going to score anything. It's a good job from Wasilewski to keep that distance a little bit. He's got a 1-0 lead off of the escape to kick off the period. 30 seconds left to go here in the second. Whalen trying to drag him in any way he can. Still with control of that ankle.
Yeah, doing those splits. That's hurting me just watching that, Gary.
Yeah, Wasilewski, you could kind of say, looks comfortable in that spot. Edge of the mat, he's still not giving up points here. 10 seconds left to go here in the second period. Whalen doing everything he can to try and score something, but he's not going to have time and no real estate to work. What a job there from Wasilewski not to give up the takedown.
Yeah, just not even talk about his athletic ability to do the splits, just staying calm there and not overreacting and being patient and just kind of taking it one thing at a time and not trying to do too much. Sometimes wrestlers get there to do too much and they get scored on, so good job there. And Gary, I was thinking maybe halftime you and I could go out there and reenact that position.
Nope.
See how long we can stay in those splits.
No, sir.
Make sure everyone hides their video cameras because that might be ugly. Another caution there. Oh, that one's on Wasilewski.
Yeah. So now if you're Whalen, 20 seconds of riding time in favor of Wasilewski. You're trying to find this escape as quickly as you can. Wasilewski going to power him, edge of the mat. Huge return, straight off the start. Wasilewski is setting the tone here in the third.
Yeah, one of those cool mat returns that's not worth any points, but gets the crowd into it. So that's always good, always fun. Whalen up to his feet here.
1-0 lead for Wasilewski. Able to roll out. There's the escape. Whalen right back on the attack, was trying to pick that ankle.
There's an underhook there off the mat. They got to make these mats bigger. Oh, I hate this.
We were about to see what we saw at the end of the second.
Yeah.
Just ran out of real estate. Whalen, give him a lot of credit. He's been able to put himself in good spots on these shots, just he's running out of real estate. Tied at 90 seconds left to go here in the third. This one's been everything you've hoped for at 149.
And we've seen Cross really like this underhook position, just seeing him wrestle this season. Very tough in that underhook position on your feet, but as you see, Whalen likes that position as well. Kind of got to a shot twice from this position, kind of throwing that up, throwing it by, looking foot sweep there, driving Cross to the edge. And there's a stall call on Wasilewski.
It's the first. It's just a warning against Wasilewski. We go back neutral. Approaching a minute left to go here in the third. Tied 1-1, Wasilewski and Whalen. Huge implications when you talk about the postseason between these two. Whalen trying to power things forward. Working edge of the mat. Headgear comes off from Wasilewski.
And stalemate fixing that headgear.
We go back neutral. So on the side for Ty Whalen, he has been the aggressor on the feet, without a doubt. But Wasilewski hasn't given up anything.
Yeah, he's stingy. He's tough to score on. He's strong. He's flexible, as you saw. So Whalen's going to need to really get in on that leg and make a crisp, clean, quick finish too.
But if anything, Wasilewski's got to find some offense here. 30 seconds left to go in the third.
And that stall warning, I would hate for that to be a factor, in a match where I think someone should get a takedown to be considered the winner, but might come into play here.
Wasilewski was looking to work with double unders. Couldn't power down Whalen. 15 seconds, short time now, third period, tied 1-1 at 1:49. PRIN Ashley ranked guys squaring off.
4 seconds, 3, 2, 1.
And probably what you wanted to see, sudden victory between Whalen and Wasilewski. 16 in the country, verse 12 in the country. Here we go, sudden victory here in the Palestra. Wasilewski goes in on a shot, works on a single, defended from Whalen.
Whalen go behind. Nice re-attack, but good reaction there by Wasilewski.
Probably the first shot we've seen from Wasilewski all match long, and it comes in sudden victory. He knows he needs points to score. That's the only way to win here.
Here he goes for his underhook throw by.
Wasilewski working back towards the hips.
And Whalen gonna try and re-attack off this. Doesn't quite get it. Wasilewski just too strong there.
Back to the feet, less than 90 seconds to go in this sudden victory period.
Gary, I don't want to toot our own horn here, but we said this was gonna be the marquee matchup, and we're looking correct again, buddy.
You nailed it. Minute left to go in sudden victory. Tied 1-1. Whalen goes for a shot. Wasilewski defends. Edge of the mat continuing to work here. And they work out.
Off the edge. Princeton wants a stall call.
So I think here, Whalen kind of over pursuing edge of the mat. He knew that's a spot where Wasilewski feels very comfortable. Essentially forced out Wasilewski, just momentum forcing him away.
And Coach Dubuque is fired up over there. And that is a warning on the Princeton bench.
And Coach Dubuque very fired up in that spot.
And the ref has given both teams a warning, it looks like. Both benches warned to stay off the mat.
Less than a minute to go, sudden victory.
Wow, this is getting feisty here, Gary.
Penn, Princeton.
45 seconds left.
Penn, Princeton, your Ivy League finale. This is what you want to see. Wasilewski able to break there. 40 seconds left to go. Wasilewski in on a shot, picks up the three. Winner in sudden victory. It's Cross Wasilewski.
Wow, Wasilewski pulls out in overtime.
Cross Wasilewski able to win it in sudden victory. 4-1 final. Now 149, a bit of an upset for the Quakers. 4 straight wins for Penn to kick things off here this afternoon from Philadelphia. Come back to you in a moment.